Let me tell you this story. How great Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. So I was working for a firm down the road. Yeah. And do you know what a document exchange is? DX, the DX service. So this building was the DX host for Handsworth, this area. So I used to work down the road. Every morning at 9 a.m., I used to come to this building to pick up the post and take it back to my place where I was. And in the evening, I used to do the same thing. So drop the post off for the next day. And the DX people used to come every day to take it. And I had a vision, I looked at this building and I go, what a beautiful building. And it was Ramadan at that time as well. I do remember it was Ramadan. And I don't know, I had like a wish. And you're talking, I'm talking 2011. This is when I've just started my legal career. Don't even have a training contract, just working voluntary for somebody. And this is what I was thinking. So it's 2011, so almost 12, 13 years ago, I had that vision. And alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is too great, too great. So then this was a firm, Maurice Andrews itself, that was going to close down. In 2014, I came here. I met Maurice, he's an old man. He was 70s then, I think. But he's still alive, alhamdulillah, alive and kicking. He's retired somewhere in Jamaica, comes back now and again. And I came to see this guy, and I had a lot of issues and a lot of struggles them couple of years that I was working for somebody else. I was working on a free basis, but I have to give it to the guy. That was when my main motivation kicked in when I was at that place, because I was told all sorts, man, you're useless, you don't know how to speak English properly, you're never going to get anywhere in life, and all sorts. So I took that as motivation, and I thought, okay, then I'm going to show this guy. And that was my main priority at that time. Show this guy, not everybody else, just show this guy. And left there, and it was on a bad note. Like, one time I was sitting there, and the guy goes to me, you're useless. What are your future plans? What do you want to do? I said, I want to open a solicitor's firm, and I want it to be the busiest in Birmingham. So he laughed at me, and he goes, do you think you will be able to compete with the likes of, he mentioned two people who were very successful in the legal field at that time, 11 years ago. I said, I laughed. I smiled. I didn't laugh. I smiled. And I said to him, these people that you have mentioned, brother, I don't think they will be competing with me when I'm up and running. You don't know me. You've only met me a year and a half ago. You don't know me. Not in an arrogant way. I did say in a bit of an arrogant way. I'm not going to lie. But there's no arrogance. I try not to be arrogant, man, because I'm scared. I'm always scared. Because I believe, I'm a true believer, that it can go away from you like this. Everything you've got. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not happy from you, He can take it away from you like this. That's why I advise everyone to pray, man. You have to pray. You have to show gratitude. We're quick to go and pray and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when we have issues. When we don't have issues and everything is nice, hunky-dory, everyone is guilty of it, we forget. So those were my last couple of words to this guy before I left this place. Came here, spoke to Maurice, and I said, Maurice, look, I want a job. Maurice says, right now, I am trading in a loss, and I am looking to close this firm down. Maurice Andrews Solicitors, 10 years ago, would have closed down 11 years ago. I walked through the door, and I said to the guy, I want a job. He goes, look, I'm winding down. I'm actually getting rid of my staff. I said to him that, look, I just want to work. He goes, look, I don't need a I don't need a worker, I don't need an employee, I don't need a solicitor. Bear in mind, I just had qualified. And I go to him, look, Maurice, let's make a deal. Don't pay me. He got shocked. I saw the opportunity there. I don't know what it was. I saw something there. I don't know. But alhamdulillah, it was the right thing, the right choice to make. So I said, I'll work for you for free. He couldn't believe it. That was a Friday. Monday morning I came in. I go, I'm here. And he goes, okay, Mr. Yakoob, here's a file. I go, what's this? He goes, Birmingham Magistrates Court, you got a trial to do. Never done a trial before, never been to court before. Have been to court, just watched behind barristers. Never had a trial. I wasn't taught properly at my last firm. To be fair, there was hardly any work there for me to learn. You need cases to work on to learn. This is what I say to my staff. You're lucky that you can learn something so you can make your careers, because I never had the opportunity. There was hardly any cases there for me to work on. There was 2-3 people, and there was about 4 or 5 cases between us, something like that. So I went to court. I did the trial and I won that trial.
Sure.
My first ever trial. So I got there. I didn't know what to do. So I seen someone. I still chat to that person, very nice person. I said, look, I'm new. I don't know how to do a trial. So I was Googling it, how to do a trial. I'm not going to lie. I was Googling. I've done my legal practice course, everything. But studying and doing is 2 different scenarios. That's why I say people, when they come out of university, they think they're lawyers. I'm telling you, I had a client once. He come with his cousin upstairs. He came from your neck of the woods, south. And so the clients, I know him quite well. I've represented him before and I know him. He come with his cousin. And his cousin says to me, he's a law student. And he goes to me, can we do what did he say? A motion to dismiss. I said, what? He said, a motion to dismiss. I go, brother, we're in the UK. We're in the United Kingdom. What have you been watching Suits? What? And then the client says, he studied law. I go, well, he hasn't studied the right law. He's telling me about American law. So I'm telling you. So I go, come on. And then I said, you was part of the problem, because I got a phone call from the barrister there saying the client's cousin is talking more than the client. I go, you're part of the problem, that the barrister phoned me and was complaining. I go, you have to calm down a bit, man. You've just studied law, relax. After a couple of years, start advising people, but you can't come out with this motion of dismiss or something like that, especially in front of me, man. Come on. I go, these guys are different. They don't know about the law. So I went to do the trial, and I went there. I won the trial, alhamdulillah.
What was the case?
It was domestic violence. Okay. So the woman falsely accused her husband. Of course, falsely accused because he got found not guilty in the end. So she accused him of assault and sort of, bullying her, coercive behavior. So I cross-examined the lady, and I was quite good at it. I didn't think I would be good at it. So I cross-examined her, and there was contradictions, and client got found not guilty. And the client had no previous convictions. I made a nice speech, and the client got off. I think the magistrates liked me. But my first trial, so it was a good result. Came back, I said, Maurice, I've done it. He goes, what happened? I go, the guy got off, not guilty. He goes, no. I go, yes. He goes, well done, Mr. Yakoob. Then, a couple of days later, I went to Coventry Magistrate Court, done another trial. I won that as well. So I was getting the hang of it now. And this was 2015 now sometimes. And at that time, I started speaking to Maurice. So what I was doing at that time, I was building up a network. So I was bringing in my own clients. And me and Maurice had a little commission basis agreement between us. So I wasn't getting no salary. But by now, I've been in the law game 3 years. So I've made some connections. People know I'm a lawyer. I've had a good network from when I was a kid. So because I was brought up around criminals.